All right, here we go. Because we're so blessed to have a new member of our team, Jarvis Wright, that has brought some insight and enlightenment to our compensation plan, broken it down, and I've tried to take some of it, just a little of it, and add it to this so that we can get this and start getting this, because more and more of it's going to be implemented into all of our lives. One of the things we have about Wakanda is we have a wonderful, wonderful compensation plan. And some of us don't even know how good it is. And that's what we're really learning, because we've got 7 ways to get paid. We got 7 ways to get paid. Now, it's up to you how many of these ways you use, how many of these ways you implement in your everyday life. But we have all of these ways. And it's kind of like having gifts under the tree. If you got a bunch of gifts under the tree, you can open up one of them, or you can open up all of them. The first way to open up, and the first way to really learn the things about our compensation plan, is to have you've got your own store, guys. I need you to put it in the chat. I am an owner. You own your own store. And you got to use that terminology, understanding you're not just a business partner only, but you are the owner of your own online dispensary, your own online store. You got a store just like Amazon. So understanding that, then you recognize that, hold on, do this. Nope, I didn't want to go there. I'm trying to move that out the way. Okay. You earn money without holding inventory. And you can earn from 20 to 50%. And we're going to break this down today so that you understand how you elevate from that 20 to 50%. And you're going to get free shipping. And it says $75, but our CEO lowered that during the pandemic, and it hasn't changed yet. Lowered it to $50. So every time you shop and every time somebody else shops on your store, they get free shipping whenever they purchase anything over $50. And they get affordable, natural, and organic products. And rarely do you hear all that in the same sentence. So now let's talk about this. Every time, and see, you can go from 20 all the way up. There are 4 numbers you must remember: 500, 1,000, 2,500, 5,000. 500, 1,000, 2,500, 5,000. That's the numbers you remember. You don't have to remember this whole chart. Remember those numbers, because that's when you get a raise. What company have you ever been a part of that the more money you bring into the company, the more the company pays you? That's the way our compensation plan is designed here at Wakanda. You start out with 20% of the CV. You hear me say that, CV, commissionable volume. And it goes from 20 to 25, from 25 to 30, from 35 to 40, depending on how much your production is and how much sales you have on your store, your website, in any given month. And when you hit 500, you get a raise. You're going to be paid 25%, not 20. And when you hit 1,000, you're going to pay 30, and 2,500, you're paid 35. And when you hit 5,000, you're paid 40%. Now, the only guideline to all of that, or requirement, is that you have to have some customers. So in other words, you can't just use your own money and get 25 and get 40%. Or you can't just have one person and they're spending all the money. No. It's a minimum number of people. And let me tell you something. If you hit 500, you're going to have more than 2 customers. But guess what? You can be one of them. And then to add to it, you get free product bonus every time you get an increase. When you hit 500, you get a $50 product bonus. What does that mean? You take that product bonus and you can get other products, maybe that you weren't in your kit, or products you want to try, or products you want to give away. I use them for giveaways, for my grand openings, or making a sample of something for somebody. When you hit 1,000, you get $100. 2,500, you get $250, and 5,000, you get $500 of free product. How cool is that? And sometimes our generous CEO will say, double product bonus. Oh my God, she did that around November. Double product bonus. That means instead of getting 500, you get $1,000. And all you got to do is send an email to support@wakanda.com and give them a list. Hey, this is my name, my ID number. I became a bronze dispensary owner because that means you did 500. I became a platinum dispensary owner. That means you did 5,000. And guess what they're going to do? Check it. Nobody's going to take your word for it, but they'll check it. And you'll see this is what you did in that particular month. And this is the product you want that adds up to the amount of product bonus that you want. So you can go from 20 to 50%. It's absolutely amazing. So how do you find all this? It's in your back office. It's called CV. It's in what's the place called your best friend. I call it your best friend. Who's your best friend? Data viewer. And all you do is sign in, click back office if it's not showing, and click my team and data viewer. Okay, let me show you how to do that. Let's go there. All right, so here I am in my back office. Now, let me sign her out. Sign out. Okay, now to do all of this, you have to sign in yourself because this is about your back office. So I'm going into my own back office, and you always got to use the CAPTCHA 561377, and that changes all the time, so it'll never be the same. Oops, did something wrong. Let me put the CAPTCHA. Here we go. Okay, so the reason I said click my back office, because sometimes when you come back here, I'll show you what it looks like sometimes. If you don't see this second black navigation bar, just click the word my back office, and then it will appear. Then you go to my team and data viewer. Data viewer. Data viewer is your best friend. Now, when you click that, it's going to look like this. And you'll have several columns along the side: points earned, sales value, CV, customers, distributor. What we're going to focus on today is CV, right in this part of the presentation. Personal is you. If you're brand new, you won't see these levels 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 until you create them. And then personal is always you. So right now we're focusing on CV, commissionable volume. Because you're not going to be paid from the company on the retail price of a product. You're paid on the CV, which is a little bit lower than the retail price, because if we did that, the company would go broke, right? So what if in this one particular month, you did $527.16 in CV? Well, we start out at 20%, but you just did over $500. So what does that mean? You're going to get paid 25%, and you're going to get a $50 product bonus. Now, what if you did 1,000, over 1,000? What does that mean? Now you're going to get paid 30%, and you're going to get a $100 product bonus. But don't forget, you've got to at least have at least 5 customers, and you can be one of them. And I promise you, if you did $1,000 in any calendar month, because this happens month after month after month, it starts off at 0, the beginning of the month. You get paid on the 15th of the following month, because the system has to know how much to pay you. Because you don't want to get paid 20% when you did over 1,000 and you're supposed to get paid 30%. And you're going to get that $100 product bonus. How do you get it? Email support@wakanda.com and let them know what product you want to get. Now, don't wait a whole year and you never got your product bonus, because, I mean, they're not going to be real happy with you. I'm just saying, okay? It's yours, but you won't have a happy camper. And if you've done that, then don't try to break the product bank, and start getting all your free product at one time because you waited so late to do it. Don't do that. Don't do that. Come on, love your company. It's your business, right? What if you did $2,429.80 in one calendar month? And that's what you did? That should never happen. Why do I say that? Because what's the next number? 2,500. You are too close to 2,500. And so you should have been going right here to your best friend, data viewer, to see that you were only 71 CV away from getting a raise. That's leaving money on the table, guys. So what do? You go to your website and you find out, what product do I need to get so that I can get a raise? So what does that mean? Let's go to the website. Let's go back to the website. Every single product has a CV attached to it. So now I'm going to go to shop. One of our top selling products is our topical cream, our pain relief. But no matter what it is, every product has an associated CV with it. So you go find the product. Now you can't do this unless you're signed into the back office of your website. So customers cannot see this information, only distributors, only people with websites. So when I come back to the website, now I'm pulling up the topical cream. It's taken a few minutes to come up. I go to the product and I click view details. When I click view details, I go down past the directions and the ingredients, and I go down here to where the money is, the sales price, all the way over to volume. And there's a picture of an eye. Put your cursor on the eye. You don't have to click it, just put your cursor on it. And it says unilevel CV. That means your CV is 45. The price is $59.95, but you're going to get paid commissions on $45. That's your CV. So in the example that I gave you a few minutes ago, where you are 71 CV away, what do you need? 45 is 90, right? So two pain creams. So what do? You got customers that are using pain cream. You're on the phone. Are you out of your pain cream? You know, do you need any pain cream? Now you can get 2 of those sold. Or if you're like me and you're that close, I'm gonna buy pain cream myself and be able to use it for myself, because I do use it for myself, or for a vending opportunity or something. But my point is this: I'm not going to let 71 CV keep me from getting my next raise. All right. And then the last example is, here's a person that did 5,081 in one calendar month. Listen, these numbers are not made up, ladies and gentlemen. These are real live numbers. This person had a platinum dispensary for that particular month. And they got paid, look what they got paid, 40%. And they got a $500 product bonus. And when you add the product bonus to that, that takes you to the 50%. Now, here's one of the new additions that I want to share. And let me get that out the way. So the question comes, and people ask this all the time, because some people say, well, I don't want to recruit anybody. I don't want to build a team. I just want to have my website. So the question is, can you generate a substantial good monthly income just with your retail store? What if you were a person, okay, do you know $500 a month could change somebody's life? $500, an extra or consistent $500 every single month could just help a lot of people. If you're in the audience and put in the chat and say, that's me, I could do, hey, if I had an additional $500 a month to help on my car note or to help with some bills, that would be pretty cool. Put in the chat if you're one of those. Or what about 1,000? An additional $1,000 a month. That would really, really take me to another level, right? Or what about another $2,500 per month? Just on your website. Would that be a blessing? Would that help you? And see, here's the thing. Sometimes all the time you have to find people where they are, because everybody's in a different place. Some people, all they want is additional $500 a month, or somebody else wants $2,500. But you have to meet people where they are. What is going to help them in their lifestyle. So let's just talk about this. If you want an additional $500 per month just with your retail store, what would it take to make that happen? Well, here's an example. 17 customers that spend what amounts to 100 CV per month would give you 1,700 CV. Just 17 customers, that's all. Spending what amounts to 100 CV gives you a total of 1,700 CV. So now what is 100 CV per month? What is that? Because when you talk about 1,700, you're not at 20%, you're at 30%. And that would give you an additional $510 month after month after month. So now let's think about 100 CV, 100 CV. Well, let's look at this again. What produces 100 CV? These are just a few examples. I showed you the website, how you should find it, but let's look at 100 CV. What would that be? Hempranium 500 and broad spectrum gummies. That's 100 CV. Or the Hemp MD. That's 100 CV. Do you think you could find a customer who needs to use Hemp MD month after month after month after month? Or somebody that needs the Hempranium 500 and some gummies every single month? That would give you 100 CV from that customer. Or maybe the coffee and a few other items. I mean, these are just a couple of suggestions. What would produce? What about a beautician who is purchasing every month shampoo, conditioner, detangler, and oud body oil? That would be 105 CV from that one customer. Now remember, sometimes we have things discounted. We have specials. And when those specials take place and we give our customers a discount, of course, your CV is going to be discounted as well. But I just want you to see how easy it is to have a customer that will produce 100 CV every single month. So now we said we want how many? 17. If we can have 17 customers giving us 100 CV every single month, that gives you 1,700 CV. That raises your percentage to 30%. That means every single month, you're going to have $510 coming from your website. Now, if you're just starting, you don't have a single customer. And see, we put time limits on stuff. So let's just say, worst case scenario, it takes you 12 months to do it, which I don't think it will, because we got good quality products, but I'm gonna put you on the slow roll because you're busy. If it took you 12 months to get 17 customers spending where you get 100 CV every single month, that would be 1.5 customers per month in 12 months. 17 divided by 12 is 1.5 customers. That's about 2 customers per month. Is there anybody here that cannot get 2 customers every single month? Yes, you can. Because if you tell me you can't, then you can't. So I need you to tell me that you can. Put in the chat. Yes, I can. Yes, I can. I need it in the chat. Yes, I can. Because technically what that means is 5 months you need 2 customers and all the other 7 months you need 1. That gives you exactly 17. So I just rounded it off to 2 per month. That puts you at $510 per month. Now, let's go to $1,000 per month. $1,000 per month, every single month, like clockwork. 30 customers. That's all you need. 30 customers spending the same amount of money. Oh, I'm not talking about spending more money. I'm talking about getting more customers. 30 customers that spend what I already showed you would be just a couple of products here and there that gives you 100 CV. That would total 3,000 CV. Now, at 3,000 CV, how much are you getting paid? Somebody unmute and tell me, what percentage do you get at 3,000 CV?
35%.
She said 35%. Look at that. 35% of 3,000 CV is $1,050 per month. Hey guys, you have a store that's making $1,000 or more per month every single month. And all you need is 30 customers. Now, unless you say, oh my God, Dr. Roz, 30 customers, where am I going to get 30 customers? Okay, let's go again. If it takes you 12 months, because see, this is not a sprint. This is a marathon. If it takes you 12 months to get 30 customers, all that is 2.6 customers every single month. That's rounded off to 3. Get it in your mind. Go after those 3 customers every single month. And guess what? You can be one of them. Oh, I forgot to tell you that. Yeah, you can be one of them. You spend yourself 100 CV per month. You and 2 other customers, month after month after month, consistently. That's why you're going to be excited when we start doing the auto ship, because this is going to create some things in your retail space that are happening on a consistent basis. 30 divided by 12. If it took you 12 months, if it doesn't take you 12 months, then you can accelerate these numbers. But what about that person who's sitting here today and says, I want that $2,500 per month income just coming from my retail store? What does that mean? 50 customers. 50 customers spending what amount? Did I tell you that they have to spend more money? No. 100 CV. What is 50 times 100? That's 5,000 CV. Okay, help me out. 5,000 CV. What's the percentage? Don't all tell me at once. Somebody, I don't care.
50%.
What is it?
50%. 50%.
Is it 50%?
40%.
It's 40%.
Oh,
It's
okay.
40%. 40%, you get the 50% when it comes to adding on the product bonus. And that's what that little asterisk means over there. This is 40%. You're getting you're actually getting $2,000 per month with a $500 product bonus. That's what makes it $2,500. So you're actually getting paid $2,000 and you're getting $500 in product. What if it took you 12 months? How many customers do you need? 4.2. What does that mean? That means 10 months, you need 4. And on 2 of those months, you need 5 to get you to 50. That's all. See, when we break this down, that's why this teaching and this training is so powerful that Jarvis has brought to our company, because it helps us break it down to its smallest denominator so we can see how we can do it. Maybe you haven't seen in the past how you could actually accomplish it. But now if you're like me and you want the $2,500 to be all cash, you like that product bonus, but you need that whole $2,500 to be in your e-wallet, then you need 63 customers. 63 customers still spending. How many of you have customers that are spending more than 100 CV? See, you're already getting a jump ahead of this. We're saying all they've got to spend is 100 CV. I showed you. That's just a couple of items. And for some, it's just one item like the Hemp MD. But that gives you 6,300 CV and you're still getting paid 40%. But that's a whopping $2,500 every single month. And if it took you 12 months, that's 5.25 customers per month. We're on a marathon. We're building our customer base. So I'm just saying, if it doesn't happen in 1 month or 2 months or 3 months, do you see that this is a vehicle to get you to $2,500 per month just from your retail store? Oh my God, I hope somebody sees this. If you see it, I want you to put in the chat, I see it, I see it, I see it. I need to see that in the chat. I need to see it in the chat. Say, I see it, I see it, I see it. So now let's go to the next thing. What happens? What happens when you have a website and then somebody says, can I have a website? Because people will do this, ladies and gentlemen. People will become your customers and they will say, I'd like to have my own website, because God bless the child who's got his own. Because then you get what we call retail overrides. over and above your commission, over and above everything I just showed you. That was just the website. That was just you by yourself. That was not building a team. That was not being a pearl or a ranking or a diamond in our business. But when somebody says they want to have their own website, guess what? You benefit. You benefit from 15% all the way down to 1% because they share it with somebody who shares it with somebody who shares it with somebody. That's called networking. And you don't care if one of your customers wants to start having their website because they may have a reach that you don't have. They may know people that you don't know. And let me tell you something. I don't care how many people will refer people to your website when they get their own. They have a whole nother attitude. And they refer people to their own website. So you want to be able to do that. And all of a sudden now, you're getting 15%, and you may be getting 5%. Cha-ching, cha-ching. You're looking at your back office. You're looking at your phone while you're on vacation, and somebody went to your site, or somebody went to their site, or somebody went to their site, who's their site, who's their site, and you're getting trickling up money, which is called overrides, because down there at that 1%, of what they made on their website in any given month, that's thousands of people over time. And that's just with one person that you shared it with. So what does that mean? Share it with somebody else, and with somebody else, and with somebody else. Because how many times can you do this? That's why you never, ever stop exposing people to it. You never, ever stop sharing it because it's unlimited. Just can you hear the cha-ching? It's coming from all different directions. Because don't forget, what was the first stream? Your website. And now this is everybody else's website. And where do you see it? Who's your best friend? Data viewer. Now you go to your data viewer and you look at your CV, and you're not only looking at personal, but now you're looking at level 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, all the way down to 7 that you can build towards over time. And when you look at the 15% and the 5% and the 5%, look at this. This was an actual website that did 5,000 on their website, but they signed up a bunch of people personally to them. That's what level 1 is. All the people you signed up personally. And then those people signed up other people, and that's level 2. And then those people signed up a whole bunch of people, and that's level 3. And look at that. This person made 40% of the 5,000, 15% of the 11,000, 5% of the 9,700. I mean, if you did the math, if you calculated this, let me tell you something. This was a darn good paycheck. This was some money in the e-wallet. So here's the other part that I want to focus on. I want you to focus on, because we've already talked about your website, but what about the people you sponsor? Because those are people that are really important, because those are the people you need to work with. That's your team member. So what if you worked with the people you sponsor? That means you're working your 15%. You're already doing your 20 to 50%, but now let's work your 15%. So how about teaching 5 people that you personally sponsor to get them 50 customers? 50 customers that spend 100 CV. We talked about that earlier, but now we're going to help those 5 people on your team to develop their customer base to having 50 customers, including themselves, month after month, that spend 100 CV. What is that going to do for them? That's going to put them in a place where they have $2,500 a month income from their website. But what does that do for you? Because 15% of 5,000 is $750. So now for every one of them, you're getting $750. And if it's 5 of them, you're getting $3,750. My God, hallelujah. Somebody ought to throw up your hands or something. Because that's $3,700 more addition to what you're getting on your website. I don't think we understand what happens at that 15%. And what happens when that's 25 people? What happens when you personally sponsor? That's why you can't stop talking, ladies and gentlemen. You can't stop sharing the opportunity. You can't stop sharing the products that we have that are changing people's lives, because now you finally build up your customer base and you finally build up people who want to be in business, because they will move from being customers to being business partners. And now you've got 25 of them. And now you're going to help encourage them and teach them the same thing to duplicate what we're doing, that they have 50 customers to spend 100 CV and they're making $2,500 a month for them. And 15% of that for you is 750, and 750 times 25, oh Lord, is $18,750. Do you understand why I'm excited? Because we're so focused on what's happening right now and not where we're going. You have a vehicle to take you down the road to a place of success where you're getting from your website and from the website of others, and this could be taking place month after month after month. And that's just 1 and 2. So let's get to number 3. I'm gonna speed up now. I know. Okay, y'all ready? Number 3, broker earnings. Yes. Because you will have people that say, I want to do this business. We got people coming on board. They see the big picture. They see what we've got here. They see it. I was sharing with Jarvis and I was saying to him, one of the things you said is so true. Some of us have nothing to compare it to. Some of us have never been in a network marketing company. We don't know how good we got it. When a person gets a dispensary with our company and they decide to come in at the wellness coach dispensary, you get paid $400 off the top. And then if they share with somebody who shares with somebody who does the same thing, you make 100, 50, 50, 50, 20, 20, 20. If they come in and they get the wellness coach, the wellness dispensary, you make $200. That's paid out weekly. There's a 2 week in the hole, but then if you did that every week, that's $200 on top of $200 on top of $200, in addition to what you get from their website that I just showed you, the 20 to 50%, the 15%. From 200 all the way down to 10. If they get the starter package, you get from 35 down to 5. If you become a coach, you get paid as a wellness coach when people purchase the 7-day or 21-day cleanse. If they get the 7-day, you get, and you go out and do the coaching, you get $10. Scanning, you get $7. If they get the deluxe or the 21-day, you get $10 and $7. You get $25 and $10, $20, excuse me, $25 and $20. If they get the full report and the scanner chooses not to give it to them because they have the option of giving it to them for free or charging them $29.95, you get a piece of that. It's so many ways, so many different streams of income. And where do you see it all? It's all in your back office. And when you get dispensaries, it's called points, not CV. When they get that wellness dispensary or that starter dispensary or that wellness coach dispensary, it turns into points. Why are points important? Somebody said, well, I'm not really concerned about ranking in the company. I don't want to, I'm not concerned about that. Do you know what happens? When you start working this business and you start seeing things happen, you start seeing that money in your e-wallet, it rings on another bell. And you start realizing you're leaving money on the table. Because when you rank, it's not about you. It's about your company. It's about your team. And now you're looking at points earned, and you're concerned about that bottom figure, because not only are you going to the top, but you're helping somebody else go to the top. See, points come from dispensary sales, but guess what else? Points come from product sales. The difference is it's dollar for dollar. What does that mean, Dr. Roz? It means if your customer spends $1, you get 1 point. If your customer spends $300, you get 300 points. You don't get 300 CV, but you get 300 points. Why is that important? Because points help you rank. Why is ranking important? Because it's more money. It's another stream of income. We started Pearl. Pearl is 2,000 points. You and another person together collectively do 2,000 points. Then we go to Jade, 5,000 points. Sapphire, 10. Ruby, 25. Emerald, 50. Diamond, 1 star, 100,000 points, or $100,000 in revenue volume. Not you. See, here's our mistake. We think we have to do this by ourselves. This is the only company that I will say the cliche, teamwork makes the dream work. I've heard that so many times and it never applied. It was a lie, liar, liar, plants on fire, because my team, my upline was not working with me. Here it does apply. 2-star, 3-star, 4-star, and 5-star. Ladies and gentlemen, there are many of you right now on this call that will eventually be a 5-star diamond, where you're making $1 million per month. That's not per year, that's per month. Do you understand where Wakanda is growing? Where we're going? We're growing and we're going. I mean, we're at the approaching $10 million mark in sales, and we're not 4 years old yet. Do you think we're going to be at 50? Do you think we're going to be at 100? Absolutely. We will be a multi-billion-dollar company. That's why I applaud you for being here. You're at the ground floor. We're going through the roof now. And this is one of the best parts, is because this is why it doesn't matter to me. People say, well, why do you do this? Why do you take this time? I don't care. I want everybody in the pool. We have a 4% pool that we set aside every single month. Our CEO, our corporate staff, our founders put this in place. And I don't know why, other than they just have a love for us, a love for our people. They want to put some things in place for us to win. Because most of us have been a part of companies that you got to jump through hoops and loops and all kind of stuff to get where you're trying to go to the top. But here, 4% set aside every single month. And it's from the gross revenue. What does that mean? It means it comes off the top before the profits. I mean, some of you got money in stocks and stuff, and you got revenue stuff other places, but you don't get paid until they go into profit. Folks in Amazon had to wait 6-7 years before they made a penny on their stock. 4% off the top every single month. And when you start working your business, if you choose to, and you start growing your business, you with the collective team, you hit rankings in our business like Sapphire, Ruby, Emerald, Diamond, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And collectively, now you get to those rankings and you get shares of that 4%. 3, 10, 20, you see the numbers there. What does that mean? If a share, because what determines the value of the share? 2 things. How many people are in the pool and what's the revenue? I already told you our revenue is going up. So every month there's a different number of people in the pool. Because just because you hit Sapphire and you're in the pool one month doesn't guarantee that you're in the pool the next month, but we're trying to get you to the point where it does, you guarantee that thing. That every month you hit Sapphire, those numbers, until you get to Ruby. And every time you hit Ruby, you do that, but it's up to you. You have to work to get to those numbers. Now, this is where you got to put the work in with the help of your what? Team. Then there's the diamond pool. They get to double dip. Yep, they're in that other pool, and they're in this pool too, where 2% is set aside, and those shares, let's just say if a share is $100. The Diamond 1-star just made an additional $1,000 for that month. But what happens when we go global and the revenue hits 1 billion? Do you think that a share will be $100? I don't think so. Matter of fact, I know so. I know it's not going to be so. Because what if that share is $1,000? Hypothetically, I'm just throwing some numbers out. There's no guarantees of what we are. We don't know, but we know that we're not going to be at $100. I'm just saying. What if you're a founding member and you're getting that 1% set? I'm just saying. That's a whole nother story, right? If a share is $1,000, then the Diamond 2-star just got an additional $25,000. Woo! And I said, founders, for all of you that are founding members, that window has closed for brand new people. But if you're a founding member and you're working your business, do you understand that just when you hit in any given month 2,000 points, if you've got one share, you're going to get paid like you have 3. If you've got 7 shares and you hit sapphire numbers, 7, one of those turns into 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. You're going to get paid like you have 12 shares of whatever the value of the share is for that particular month. It's amazing. So you got to get into sapphire. You got to get into the pool because that's where the pool starts, at sapphire. That should be one of your goals if you're not a sapphire. Now you got to go through pearl, jade to get to sapphire, or you can jump right over it and jump right into sapphire, but your focus should be, I got to get into the pool. And once you get into the pool, you want to stay in the pool. So here's another part that I want to throw in here. How do I get there? Can you find 10 people for $199 plan package? That's our lease package. You're going to get 10 people to get 7 people, but you're going to start with getting 10. 10 people to purchase the $199 package. Now, if they want the $14.99, don't take them down to the $199. I'm just saying, right? But I want to show you the minimum that you can do. $199. And then the other package is $7.99. The top package, I signed up a lady the other day who wanted the $14.99 package. So I'm showing you here that if they just got the $199 package, 10 of them, and then you're going to teach them to get 7 people at the $10.99. Guess what happens? 10 of those, you remember that $200 you get every time they get that $199? You know, because you get paid $200 off the top, 10, $200 off the top. You got 10 people to get the $199. 10 times 200 is 2,000. That's $2,000 points. Now you're going to teach 7 of those to do the same thing. And when they get 7, guess what happens? That's 70. 70 people. 10 times 7 is 70. 70 people times 200, that's $14,000 in points. What are you? You're a sapphire. Because 14,000 plus your 2,000 is 14,000. That's 16,000. You're over sapphire. That number's wrong because 14,000 plus 2,000, that's 16,000. 16,000 points. Hello, you're a sapphire. And that's just at the $199 plan. See, the thing is, you're going to have somebody that's going to get $199. You're going to have somebody that's going to get $7.99. You're going to have somebody that's going to get $14.99. So don't just focus on the $199, but just know that you can do this. That's what I want you to know. You can do this. Now we got some rules we got to follow. Because even at the Pearl, you can't do it by yourself. I can't drive that home enough. With Pearl, you got to share in the points, at least 75%. With the Jade, you got to share in the points. And it doesn't matter if you have 60% and they have 40, or you have 40% of the number and they have 60. Doesn't matter. You can have the least amount and still hit the rank. And when you hit Sapphire, you got to share 50-50 if you just have 2 people. I always tell people, don't worry about the minimum. Go out and get 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. See, and then you share all the way across the board. And then you're not even really worried about these rules because everything's going to balance out. But if you were in a position where you're hitting emerald, and let's say you had 5 people, and this is what Phyllis teaches us in our certification. If you had 5 people personally sponsored to you, plus yourself, and you looked up at your back office in your best friend data viewer, and it said Don had 27,000, Philip 3, Sandra 10,5, Manuel, all this totals 52,000. You think, whoa, I'm emerald. But you got to follow those rules and make sure. This rule says that no one person can have over 50% of the total amount. What's 50% of 50,000? That's what emerald is, 50,000. 50% is 25,000. Who has more than 25,000? Don does. So now we can't count all of her 27,000. We'll count 25 of it. Now you're going to get paid commission on all of it. But for you to hit emerald, that 50% rule says we can only count 25,000 because 25,000 is half of 50,000. We're going to recalculate. Fortunately, in this example, it totals 50,000. Fantastic. One more example, and we're almost done. Here's an example: a person wants to hit diamond. They've got 6 people they personally sponsored, and they did a fantastic job that month. Dawn did 82,000 with her team. Philip did 45,000 with his team. And you see what Sandra, Manuel, Cassandra, and Sharon did. Fantastic. Everybody went to work. It totaled 160,400. Somebody's shouting, I'm a diamond. But are you? Because there's a 1/3 rule. What is 1/3? What is diamond? 100,000? Right. What is 1/3 of that? We're going to round it off to 33,000. That's 1/3 of 100,000. So that means we can only count 33,000 for each of those teams, each of those legs. So Don has 82. Can't count all of that. Philip has 45. Oops, can't count all of that. So let's re-add it. Don, 33,000. Philip, 33,000. Okay, Sandra, Manuel, the rest of them, we can count all of theirs. That totals, if you do the math, 99,400. That's not diamond. So what does that mean? Does that mean you quit? No, that means you're going to your back office to make sure of what this total was in the first place, because if you don't go back there, you don't even realize that you're that close. And there's no way, absolutely no way, that you 600 points away from diamond and you stop. So first thing, you've got to always be checking your best friend, data viewer. And when you see you're that close, do you know what that means? If you're 600 points away from hitting diamond, somebody on your team is close to hitting pearl, jade, sapphire, ruby, emerald. And you may have to go and put their ID number up here where you see that black box, and put the first of the month, the end of the month, and click go so you can see how close they are, because maybe they don't know it. See, that's when you're concerned more about your team than you are yourself, because you know that if you're that close, somebody else is close, and you want to help them across the finish line. Because when you help them across the finish line, you help yourself across the finish line. And then 6 and 7, and we're done, and we're going to open up for questions, is you get a car allowance, you get trips that you don't have to pay for. We're going to Vegas, y'all. I'm just telling you, you need to ask somebody, how can I be in Vegas? Because you don't want to miss being in Vegas. You don't want anybody to have to try to tell you about it, because they won't do justice. And if you ask me, I ain't going to tell you. So you got to be there. All right. Any questions?
Dr. Roz, when are you doing the next training? A lot of information, a lot of info.
It's always a lot of information. That's right. So the more you hear it, the more you hear it, the more you hear it. That's why you can get the video and play it. Stop. Okay, let me get this. Stop, start, stop, start, stop, start.
Oh, you have the video?
It's recorded.
Okay. So how can I?
I'm going to stop recording right now. Boom.